Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Full Metal Geek. We are continuing our tournament, building up towards the end of the year with another round 1 match. Today we have Jeremy the Atom Adams versus Tim Smith. This is the 8 and the 9 seed duking it out, and I am not alone. With me in the co-hosting seat is one of my best friends in this entire community, my manager, my man, Cody Newberry. Cody, how's it going, dude?
Really confused why we keep doing tournaments when they lead to the same result, but I guess it's just to boost everybody's confidence and gets them feeling better. Jeremy and Tim should be an interesting matchup. Jeremy, again, mainstay in this trivia community. Tim Smith, I think, still exists, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen him yet, so I guess we'll find out when he appears. So, this should be fun.
This one's going to be interesting. Tim actually recently won a match against Malcolm to get him a little bit higher seed. Jeremy actually coming off of a loss, so one of these is coming off a loss, one of them off a win. Let's see how this goes. We're going to hop into promos first with Tim Smith. Tim, how you feeling about the match today?
Oh, pretty good. I have come for my one appearance in 7 months, so I'll see you guys next year. So yeah, it'll be pretty good. Geek's always fun with categories. I know we have Fast and the Furious, right? Or am I in the wrong space-time continuum?
Wrong channel.
wrong space-time continuum. Gotcha. I get so confused with them all, but
right.
I'm doing good. So, yeah,
Fair enough. We'll see if you can prosper without Fast and Furious. And of course, on the other side of the table, we have Jeremy the Atom Adams, legend in this community. How you feel about this match today, man?
I'm feeling okay. The last match shook me up a little bit, but I'm back and ready to give it a good shot. And I think I got my manager here who's probably going to speak better for this than I can.
I'm tired, but nonetheless. Playing RJ, we've seen with a lot of competitors in the past that it's always a weird experience because he just has that luck draw of the wheel. But we're playing his partner in Phantom Fight, Tim Smith, the supposed head of Multiplex. I don't know if ownership has changed because apparently the King is now running roughshod over the whole shebang, and oh, good God help us all in that regard. But yeah, we're here for a good experience, a good time, a good match, and this is probably a bad promo in terms of my usual quality, but I'm just here to have a good time, and so is my client.
I'm here to win. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Well, one of those things that you said there was not untrue. But with that, we're going to get into our actual match from Jerry and Tim back in here. Let's see. All right. So this is how round 1 works. It's the same as everywhere else. You're going to get a whiteboard round, right? It's 10 questions, 10 predetermined geek categories, 3 repeats each challenge used throughout the course of the match. If you get a perfect 10, you do get an additional question at the end worth an additional 1 point. If you do happen to get it correct answer is 1 point. Write it down and verbalize it at the exact same time. I've been trying to race RJ every time that we do those obeying. That wasn't even the quickest I've done it. That was the quickest I've done it without majorly screwing up. But anyways, we are ready. Jeremy, Tim, are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Perfect. Cody, you want to hit him off with the first question?
Sure. Question number 1, guys, comes in quotes. In Logan, who said, "This is without doubt the most perfect night I've had in a very long time, but I don't deserve
it"? Almost forgot the stopwatch. We're good. Professionalism, right, Cody? That's the mantra of Full Metal Geek. In 5, 4, 3, that's fair. 2, 1. Pens down, please. We're going to Tim first.
It's Professor X.
And Jeremy?
Professor X.
Both correct for 1 point. Nice job, guys. Your second question, then, is in the category of Worlds of DC. In Man of Steel, where does Clark go after Zod's message is broadcast, before he turns himself in?
That last quote could also be used for Nico in his last championship match. He shouldn't have been there. He didn't deserve it, but it was a perfect match.
So you're saying he went
that is going to be a yikes from me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Jeremy, what you have?
To his family farm to visit his mom.
Ooh, that is incorrect. Tim, what you have?
Actually, he went to church to talk to the
That's right.
does
that's
go to
right.
the church. That is correct. Tim actually taking a lead here, 2-1.
All right. Your third question. Wizarding World. What plant does Neville give Harry to assist him in the second task in the Triwizard Tournament in Goblet of Fire? What is the plant? Harry Potter getting so deep now we need to know the herbs. And
You do need to know the
plants.
essential herbs and spices of the Wizarding World. It's very important. 5,
Huh,
4,
crazy.
3, 2,
Why I don't play
1.
here.
Pens down. Tim, did you have anything?
No.
Jeremy?
Gillyweed.
That is correct. Tie game.
We are now tied.
Your next
Wait,
question.
there's weed in Harry Potter?
Only
Can't
Gilly.
rewatch that.
Your question is next one in the category of Marvel. Which Marvel film has an opening scene of a rave in a meatpacking facility? You have a
Nico, to
rave
your
in a
comment?
meatpacking facility?
No, not really. Maybe a grocery store. But Nico, your comment, buy me dinner first. Okay, on the side. And
5, 4, 3,
Oh my
2,
God.
1. Hands down. This is going lovely already. We're going to Jeremy.
Blade.
And Tim?
It is Blade. Buy him an
It is
expensive
Blade.
dinner, Nico.
All right. Your next one, Cody.
all right. Ho ho. Star Trek. Shouldn't be asking this, but I will. Who plays Khan in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
I thought you loved the Star Trek series. The Next Generation series. This is your favorite film.
Those are terrible and shouldn't be watched by any human beings ever.
5. Retweet.
Shut up.
4, 3,
Face stretching.
2. Pens down. Tim, would you have?
I spelled it horribly. Ricardo Montalban.
And Jeremy?
Probably equally bad. Ricardo Montalban.
Jeremy had the spelling correct, but you are both correct in
Okay.
pronunciation. All right, your next one's in the category of Middle Earth. What fake last name does Frodo use at the Prancing Pony in Fellowship of the Ring?
Huh.
If you had a fake last name, what would it be? What would you change your last name to be? Bracala?
Probably
5,
Bracala. I like that name.
3, 2,
Wouldn't be
1.
totally.
Pens
I just want
down.
to be the family.
Yeah, I feel. I don't even remember who we're at. Probably Jeremy.
Underhill.
And Tim?
Underhill.
Both correct. Nice job, guys. Keeping pace.
All right, guys. Heroes and villains. So this could go anywhere, but it's going here. Who is revealed to have bridged Rey and Kylo's mind in The Last Jedi? And I won't read the little asterisk. But did you all know that Prancing Pony is also known as Robert's stripping name when he was in Madison?
Well, now you're giving away all of my secrets.
Wow.
And I'm not opposed
Where's
to
that footage?
5,
Where's that footage?
4,
He gave away all his
3,
secrets.
Oh, there goes your
Nice.
PG-13 rating.
and this video is demonetized. Pens down. Tim, what'd you have?
Snoke.
And Jeremy?
Snoke.
That is correct. Nice job. These guys keeping pace. Next question is in the category of MCU. As Yondu is floating down on his arrow in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Peter compares him to what famous character?
I compare you to Roger
Careful
Rabbit.
I can't unsee
Little
it.
quirky,
Yeah,
but funny.
I can't unsee it. 5, 4,
I think
3,
Roger Rabbit.
And I won't say what I think about Nico.
hands down. Probably a good thing. Jeremy, what'd you have?
I don't know if Peter said this. Mary Poppins?
He did. And Tim?
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Ha ha ha, you look like Mary Poppins. Is he cool?
Oh, guys, get ready. Your favorite category. Directors and composers. Woo!
Mhm.
Probably Jeremy's. But question is, who composed the score for the Lord of the Rings saga? They did them all.
He
Everyone.
did? Oh, every single one of those little things, didn't he?
Oh,
5,
which one's the best one?
3. Oof. Tim, what'd you have?
Nothing.
Jeremy?
He sure did them all. Howard Shore.
That is correct. I have missed co-hosting with Cody. We need to do this more often.
We do.
And your last question in the category of mixed bag. What could it be? Let's find out right now. Who plays the villainous Navy captain, Artemisia, in 300 Rise of an Empire?
This movie, it happened.
Some would say that it did.
And there's a very aggressive scene that takes
5,
cake over the first
4, 3, 2, 1. The abs per minute of this movie are much less than the first one, though. Pens down. Jeremy, what'd you have?
Eva Green.
And Tim?
Caleb Coho.
Oh,
That would have been better, but it was Eva Green.
Okay.
That scene I do not want to see with Caleb Coho.
Sullivan Stapleton.
I haven't
Caleb
seen it,
Coho?
so I don't know.
Oof.
You're not
All
there
right.
for much.
So Jeremy
I kinda
actually going one question short of a perfect round, 9 points out of a possible 10 in this round. So he will have the option to choose first or second as we go into round 2, which works like this. I'm going to bring up a wheel that's going to have 8 categories on it from the geek realm. Jeremy, the person in the lead, is going to choose to go first or second. Then whoever's up at the wheel will spin the wheel. If they don't like what category it's stuck on the first time, they can spin again, but they will have to stick with the second option. The first one's not to their liking. Then you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. If you don't know the answer, you can check to multiple choice, but it devalues the question down to being only worth 1 point. And of course, there is stealing in this round, so make sure to keep your ears open. So, Jeremy, I'm going to read you the categories.
Okay.
And then we're going to have you choose if you would like to go first or second.
Oh,
So,
Gosh. Ooh.
sorry, should I
Yeah.
warn you next time before that
Yes,
happens?
he just pops out of nowhere. Oh,
Okay.
Sure.
Picture seeing that in the morning.
Jeremy, your categories are directors, composers, Star Trek, Marvel, DC, heroes, villains, Star Wars, Middle Earth, Worlds of DC, and of course, heroes and villains pick, which is a spinner's and opponent's choice.
Okay.
I thought we're not explaining it
I'm
anymore.
thinking I'm just going to go second tonight, Nico.
I was actually thinking you should go
do you
first.
think?
Take advantage
can't
of
hear
what's on the wheel.
Nico?
I say go. I say go first. Can you hear me?
Still talking, and I still can't hear you.
He's telling you that he thinks you should go first.
All right, I'll go first.
All right. So,
Bold
Jeremy,
strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays out.
indeed. Jeremy, your first spin is in and it lands on Middle Earth.
I'll respin.
You will respin. This time it lands on Heroes Pick. Spinner's choice.
Ooh.
Manager of
Yeah,
the year
let's-
right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to go with what I picked as my strength, which is directors, composers, Nico.
Oh, he gave
Yeah.
you the thumbs up
Okay.
right after
All
I
right.
took him off.
Directors, composers.
Okay. Cody, would you like to take these questions?
Sure. Here's this. Just I approve. Good job, Nico. Okay, here we go. Okay, question number 1. Which Star Trek film was composed by Leonard Rosenman?
Rosenman.
Star Trek for The Voyage Home.
That is correct for 2 points. Question number 2. Who directed Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
Mike Newell.
Oh, he's on fire. 2 points. All right. Question number 3. Who directed Punisher Warzone?
Lexi Alexander.
Can he be stopped? Another 2 points.
Looking unlikely at this point.
Question number 4. Who composed the score for Thor?
Oh, man. Let's go multiple choice on that just to be safe.
Is it A, Craig Armstrong, B, Patrick Doyle, C, Henry Jackman, or D, Brian Tyler?
Brian Tyler.
That is incorrect, Tim, for a chance to steal for 1 point.
The options again, please.
You absolutely can.
Thank
Is it A, Craig Armstrong, B, Patrick Doyle, C, Henry Jackman, or D, Brian Tyler?
Was it Patrick Doyle?
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
Wow. Big steal there for Tim.
My other choice.
Oh, ooh, okay. This is going to be interesting. We'll see how this goes. Question number 5. What DC film was directed by Bruce Timm and Eric? Raduskin? What? I don't even know.
Radomski.
Radomski.
Yeah, it's Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
That is correct for another 2 points. What a
It is.
fantastic round for Jeremy, the Adam Adams.
Wow, Jeremy taking his strength and nearly sweeping the board. He goes 8 for a possible 10 points, bringing his total score up to 17 to Tim's 8. So Tim's going to need a pretty big round 2 here. That steal did help him quite a bit, though. All right, so Tim, I'm going to bring that wheel back up.
Your manager says, well done.
Thank you.
All right, Tim, your spin is in. Lands on. Is it slowing down? I can't tell. DC. DC.
Go ahead and respin.
Go ahead and respin.
Living life on the wild side here.
My computer is not having this right now.
I can tell. It looks like it's about to throw up.
And it's gonna make me do it again. Oh no. And
What is
it is
going on?
also Hero's pick.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
2 spinners choices.
back to back. This is going to get interesting.
Give me Star Trek, why not?
Give me Star Trek, why not? He says.
So glad I don't have to ask these questions.
All right. Tim, here we go. Your questions in Star Trek. In First Contact, who plays Lily, a 21st century civilian who is taken aboard the Enterprise E for medical attention?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Viola Davis, B, Angela Bassett, C, Alfre Woodard, or D, Florence Kasumba?
You give those options one more time.
Sure, your options are A, Viola Davis, B, Angela Bassett, C, Alfre Woodard, or D, Florence Kasumba.
C?
C is correct for 1 point.
I just like how you say option D.
Your next question. In Star Trek 09, Kirk has a severe reaction to the vaccine Bones gave him that leaves Kirk with swelling. What part of his body swells up first?
I do believe it's his hands.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your next one. How does Captain Terrell die in The Wrath of Khan?
Give me the multiple choice options.
All right, your options are A, Khan crushes his head, B, shoots himself with his own phaser, C, his starship explodes, or D, he's sucked into space.
Shoots himself with a phaser.
That is correct for 1 point.
I couldn't remember if he shot himself or if Kirk shot him.
Yep. All right, 2 more here. Who is the first main Enterprise crew member that Kirk meets with in Star Trek: The Motion Picture?
Do believe it's Scotty.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question, if you get this right for 2, you pull within 1. What unpopulated planet is Soren trying to bring the Nexus into contact with in Star Trek Generations?
This movie, blah.
Better than a lot of the Next Generation ones. Multiple choice, please, Robert.
This is a Next Generation one. Your options are A, Viridian 3, B, Altamid 3, C, Cuellaris 3, or D, Nimbus 3.
Give me the options one more time.
Sure. Is it A, Viridian 3, B, Altamid 3, C, Cuellaris 3, or D, Nimbus 3?
I believe it's Viridian 3A.
That is correct for 1 more point. Perfect. 5 for 5. Had to go to multiple choice a few times there, but as I say, maneuvered his way through the category. Now is down 2 points, the same deficit he had coming out of round 1 as we go into round 3, which is a very special round. It's another wheel round. You're going to get a 2, 3, and 5 pointer. We start with the person who is behind. 2, 3, and 5 pointer. You get the questions from which, the categories from which those questions come. It comes from a new wheel. This one only has 6 randomized categories on it. So you do have 1 respin to use throughout the entirety of this round, but you can only use it once. 1 respin throughout the whole round, and the same category can be used as long as it's for a different point value. So, Tim, we're going to go to you for your 2 point first. If you hit this, you will tie the game.
Will your computer have it this time?
It's a little bit better. Your 2-point spin is Marvel.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Marvel.
Marvel.
Do you want me to do that, or
I do. Cody, you are just sitting on top of things, my friend.
I figured. Okay, 2-point question. In the best Spider-Man movie from Coho, in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Peter, Miles, and Gwen visit whose home to create a new override key?
Really should have watched this movie, but I have no urge to. Kurt Connors, I don't know.
That's an interesting
That's
guess.
incorrect.
Dr.
Aunt
Octopus.
May.
Oh,
It's Aunt May.
Wow, that's right.
That is at Aunt May's home. All right, so we're going to stick with you. Going to bring the wheel back up, this time for your 3-point spin. Oh, excuse me.
Maybe.
Maybe. Still getting used to StreamYard, guys. I wasn't even used to Hangouts yet, and I've been using it for 3 years. All right. Your 3-point spin, Tim. Lands on MCU.
Okay.
I guess I'm also sticking with this one.
Yes, you are. Oh, my goodness.
3-point. What is Bucky called by Wakandan children in the post-credit scene of Black Panther?
Is it Grey Wolf?
That is incorrect. We were looking for
White
wolf. The white wolf. Was what we were looking for.
That one seriously hurt me.
That
one
was
hurt
so
me.
close.
It was so close.
All right, Tim, so we're going to have to stick with you for your 5-pointer. If you hit this question, you will send it back to Jeremy, force him to answer a few questions. If you miss this, Jeremy will win by TKO. So your 5-point spin. And it lands on Marvel.
Spin it again.
Okay, you can use your 1 respin.
Question is Robert nice in these 5-point questions?
The answer is no. It lands on MCU for your 5-pointer, Tim.
Oh.
Okay. 5-pointer. How does Clark pay back?
No, MCU.
Oh, it's MCU?
I was gonna say, is there a Clark in there?
MCU.
Oh, I
Waters
swore
was so desperate they said
No,
Disney.
it just barely ticked to MCU. I think.
Okay, I just saw it and I was like, World of DC. Yeah, Nico, shut your mouth. Okay.
Yep, it's on MCU.
No, you're fine. I believe you. Okay. All right. 5-pointer. In the final battle of Endgame, what phrase does Thanos use to command the surface being bombed, including his own troops? This is why I don't come out often.
I need you in that co-hosting chair more often. I'm gonna hit you up. 5. I'm gonna slide into those DMs, Cody. 4.
Oh!
2.
I'll allow it.
Okay, that's Tim's first repeat. He's got 2 left.
All right. In the final battle of Endgame, what phrase does Thanos use to command the surface being bombed, including his own troops?
Probably congratulations on
5.
your TKO,
4.
Jerry.
3. 2.
Repeat one more time.
1. Okay.
In the final battle of Endgame, what phrase does Thanos use to command the surface being bombed, including his own troops?
Five, 4.
Danger
3.
close.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Jeremy the Atom Adams. We were looking for Rain Fire. Rain
That's
Fire. So that was a tense match. Jeremy coming in out with both players with a really solid round one, both players with a really solid round two. I don't know if the categories of the questions just didn't go Tim's way in that last round, Cody, but what are your thoughts real quick before we hear from the competitors?
Yeah, that's a tough match. The first one was first round was even. A few missteps from Tim, but I don't think he would have got him anyways because he doesn't like directors and composers. He's kind of like his partner RJ at times. But then round two, it was even. Maybe if he trusted his gut a little bit more in the Star Trek, he may have pulled closer. And he was so close in that final round, so close with Gray White. Kind of hurt to see, but yeah, it was a tough match. Tim played a really good game. I wouldn't hang his hat. It just didn't go his way. He didn't see one movie. He was so close with the other, and it was a phrase that a movie just came out. So I wouldn't hang your head, Tim. I feel like you have a spot coming back in this league for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim, how do you feel about how you played today? You went 5 for 5 in that second round in Star Trek, did really well, but just got some Marvel-filled categories, some marvelous categories, if you will, in that last round, and those questions just didn't quite go your way.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember white or gray. I wanted gray. And then that last phrase, it was like close fire that you hear in war movies, but I just couldn't think of it. But it went how it went. I feel comfortable how I played in round one, round two, round three. It always just comes down to a crapshoot of what you land on, what you know, what you don't know. That's really what round three is. Jeremy came out better, was able to get a lead, and I was having to play from behind for it. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm happy with my performance. So, I'm hopefully after a tournament, I'll be back in some form. So, who knows?
Sure. Absolutely. Thanks so much, Tim. And now a 3-3 player with now all 3 of his wins are by TKO. Jeremy Adams, now 500, going on to this tournament. How do you feel about how you played today?
Well, I mean, the main thing is I'm glad I'm not in the negative anymore. I'm back to 3-3. So that's always a good feeling. I think that was the first negative record that I ever had. So I'm glad to be out of that. And I'm hoping to keep it out of that. So, yeah, Nico, I think being my manager and telling me to go first there, gave me the mojo I needed to get the right category to stick in there and just, stick it out until the last round. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have done that much better on those questions. I knew White Wolf, but those other 2 were pretty hard. So not taking anything away from Tim. He played great. It was a really close match until then, and it's just round 3 can get you sometimes, and probably would have got me a bit too if Tim had pulled a little closer in round 2 and everything. Then I would have been right there with him. So it was a really good match. I don't think the TKO should dissuade Tim. I'm hoping he comes back because he's a really great player and stuck with me as pretty much as well as any player does. So it was a really good match. And again, thank you for your mojo, Nico. You always help me and get me in the headspace I need to get in to win these. And yeah, I kind of needed this one tonight.
Before I say anything, Jeremy, can you hear me?
I can hear you again.
Okay, thank God. Yeah, I feel like the longer we've been in this community, the more the more I figure out how to make the wheel your friend more than your enemy. And I now understand that there's a lot of value and a lot of benefit to if you're ahead on the scorecards to spin first. You take advantage of what's on the wheel and rack up those points so that your opponent just has a larger deficit to catch up to. I mean, it doesn't always work, but in this case, the past couple matches that we've had, it has worked in our advantage. And so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, we're moving on in the tournament. I'm excited to see who you face next. Robert, who are our potential opponents in the next round?
Well, that's an interesting question, Nico. Thank you for throwing it back to me for that. First off, Jeremy, you only missed 2 questions this whole match. That's pretty insane. And then your winner, that match will already be posted, so I can spoil this all day long.
Oh, boy. I don't know if I want to know. I do.
I do.
Next round of the tournament, you will be playing the 2-0 Thomas Scully.
Okay. Ooh.
How do you feel about playing Thomas?
I've been watching some of his fandom matches because I'm actually going to be playing, looking to play against him in that league. So yeah, the guy's good, but I've seen him miss a few here and there. So if I can play the kind of match I played today and just stick with him, hopefully we can do this. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely hit the books, hit the IMDb, hit the Geek knowledge, and do some studying because I can't slouch on this one.
And I was one half of the first team that derailed his momentum in Fandom Fight. So I feel like that gives us a little bit of an edge going into this match, simply because I know what it takes to beat him. I can pass on this knowledge to Jeremy, and we'll go from there. Cody, shut the fuck up.
All right. All right. So with that, thank you guys very much. We'll see you next round. Sorry to cut you off there, Jeremy. Cody has a look of disbelief, so that means we're about to end the stream. So do all that stuff you're supposed to do at the end of each video.
We're not going to end it right now. You, as a manager, stop taking credit for everything. It was a missed point. Gosh, Nico makes everything about himself, but wrap it up. Good heavens.
Do all that you're supposed to do at the end of a YouTube video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we will see you next week as we continue round 1 of this tournament. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you next week.